within.
Good morning. Welcome. My name's Ann Young, and I am the SSL, Sunday Service Leader, for today. So may this service bless each of you on your spiritual path. Those of you here in the room, those joining us on Zoom or Facebook, and all of those who are with us in spirit. I'll be guiding us through this service, and now I'm going to ask today's speaker, Reverend Jane Roy, to open our service with prayer.
The prayer is starting with Rebecca. I gotta turn this thing on.
Okay.
Gainesville.
All right.
We're going old school unity right now, y'all.
Okay. Yes, everybody please stand if you're able. We are going to start today with one love, because we all know there's only one love, right? One heart. You know this song by Bob Marley. So you guys sing with me? Good. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. Hear the children laughing, hear the children laughing, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. And let's get together and feel all right. Ooh, you sound good this morning. Let's do that again. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. All right, you've got a part to sing. All right, it's going to go like this. It's going to go, one love. Yes, try it with me. And one love. So I'm going to sing a little bit, and then you're going to sing that, okay? Here we go. Let them all pass their dirty remarks. One love. There is one question I'd really like to ask. One love. Yes, there is a place for the hopeless sinner. Yes, who has hurt mankind to save his own beliefs. Here we go. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. Sing it. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. Now your part's coming up again. Let them together to fight this holy Armageddon. Yes, so when the man comes, there will be no doom. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place for the Father of creation. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. One more time. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. Very nice. I love hearing your voices. Please take a seat. I think that's the way to bless a space.
That works.
Yeah?
That works. I got things backwards, and I'm going to blame it on Mercury retrograde. all day long. All right, so, but our opening prayer is like this. Dear Creator, the God of your understanding, please play with us today. And I'm borrowing some of these words from the Lakota tribe. Teach me how to trust my heart, my mind, my intuition, my inner knowing, the senses of my body, the blessings of my spirit. Teach me to trust these things so that I may enter my sacred space and love beyond my fear. So that I may enter my sacred space and love beyond my fear. And thus walk in balance with the passing of each glorious sun. Amen.
So that's Reverend Jane Roy, also known as Reverend Weed. And why is Jane called Weed? Well, I just want to read this little poem to you. The weed shall survive, attuned to the winds, the sun, and many soils. Through storms, droughts, and all adversities, these wild, wild plants will pervade. Reverend Weed, ladies and gentlemen. So, Reverend Jane has been an ordained minister with the Alliance of Divine Love, also known as ADL, for 32 years now. There's a few other ADL ministers in the audience. Raise your hand. Who are you? There's a couple back there. Mm-hmm. Another one over there. And more recently, Weed has become a funeral director and is the founder of My Trail Ends, a not-for-profit end-of-life resource center. Weedy Jane has been a member of Unity for 30 years, and she attributes the opening of her heart to the wonders and power of connection to divine love to a Unity minister. So other people that are working on this, creating this service today is our musician, Rebecca Vincent. Beautiful voice, a beautiful spirit. You all know her probably very well. There's some new things happening with Rebecca. She's getting ready to do a new release of some songs, some original songs that she's created. And it's going to be dropped, or no, it drops on June 1st on all streaming platforms.
Yay.
And
Woo!
talk to her afterward. There's a lot of wonderful things going on with Rebecca that you need to know about, but I'm not going to take our time for that right now. So our prayer chaplain today is D. Mitchell. And Dee, and with the help of Ann Scruggs, have been creating and holding sacred space before the service. As we all know, prayer is an essential Unity practice, and you're invited to stay after the service if you would like to pray with her individually in the prayer room or the library that you get to by going out into the gathering room. And there will be a healing circle after service next Sunday, April 21st. So other people that are creating this sacred space and this sacred service today is, we have a board member on duty, and that's Rupali Robinson. Our tech team today is Bill Lang and Phyllis Shepard. And I'm seeing waving that, but it's not for me. Okay. Is there anybody here for the first time? First time visitors? First time family members? Okay, glad you're back. Today, there he is, RHT, Ryan Hope Travis.
Yeah, woo!
The director of the musical performance called White at the Hippodrome, and today at 2 o'clock is your last chance. That's the last performance. So if you haven't seen it, you could go today. And check out the bookstore. It's open every Sunday and on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 to 2. And the people that are working in the bookstore now are so creative, and there are many things in there that you haven't seen before. There's a little focus on creating your own altar in your home. So go see them. Go to the bookstore. And please plan to be here on Sunday, April 28th, 2 weeks from now, for the town hall meeting that will be held right after the service at 12:30. This is an opportunity to listen and voice opinions and any concerns you may have, and talk about any issues or suggestions. It's just another time to get together as a town hall community. So please see our website and the e-blast for other announcements and activities that go on here throughout the week, including an interfaith men's group, book studies, support groups, Qigong, crochet, and more. So now I'm going to ask Cole Yarbrough to come forward and read the daily word.
Today's theme is healing. The scripture for today is, "Your healing shall spring up quickly," Isaiah 58:8. God's healing power is moving through me. I am open and receptive to God's healing power within me and within my dear ones. I trust with absolute faith that God is greater than any worldly condition. I cannot limit God. I listen to still, small voice within and feel guided along my healing journey. If fear and worry get the better of me and I start to feel anxious, I call forth the healing power of the indwelling Christ. I spiritually surrender my concerns. When I pray for my dear ones, I do not focus on their condition. Rather, I see them as divine beings as they are, whole, prosperous, and spiritually perfect. As I pray, I perceive God's healing presence moving through me and my beloveds. This presence is health beyond the illness, the abundance beyond the insufficiency, and the life beyond death. It is the truth of life.
This is the old school unity.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory
God, she just saved my ass. Because, now listen, this talk has turned me into a lunatic this week. But I'm choosing to call that lunatic God energy. I have been manic, so y'all are going to get manic for the next hour. Not quite. I'm only up here for 15 minutes. So it'll be a short ride. All right, now I'm going to read you, and this is part of the blessing of our space. We don't need anything else besides that song. Oh my God, that was amazing. So thank you. However, I do love the words of the original Lord's Prayer before it got translated 18 times and yada yada. You know how that goes. So here's one of the Aramaic version. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment, for you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, and all is gathered and made whole once again. And so it is. Right? Okay, so I got to start with some jokes, y'all. And I got more than one, so bear with me. I'll start with this one. If you're all wondering about the stepladder, this is my stepladder. I never knew my real ladder. But now I'm going to move it because the altar looks nice. These people do a lot around here to make things look nice, so I'm going to move this. All right, that's joke number one. So a woman walked into the doctor's office with both ears burnt. The doctor said, "What happened?" She said, "Well, I was ironing and I was busy and the phone rang and I picked up my iron instead of the phone." He said, "Okay, well that explains one ear. Well, what about the other ear?" She said, "That jerk called me back." All right. I don't know about the third one. What do you think? My coach? Coach, is it all right? One more? I got with RHT this week to kind of straighten me out. He did his best, but I'm not sure it worked. All right, so this is called, well, I ain't going to go into this. All right, picture this, 2 church signs, right? And there's a battle going on the church signs, the Catholics and the Presbyterians. So the Catholic sign said, "All dogs go to heaven." The Presbyterian said, "Only humans go to heaven, read the Bible." The Catholic said, "God loves all his creations, dogs included." The Presbyterian said, "Dogs don't have souls. This is not open for debate." The Catholic said, "Well, Catholic dogs go to heaven." And Presbyterian dogs can talk to their pastor. And then the Presbyterian sign said, "Converting to Catholicism does not magically grant your dog a soul." And then the Catholic sign said, "Free dog souls with conversion." And then the Presbyterian said, "Dogs are animals. There aren't any rocks in heaven either." And then the Catholic said, "All rocks go to heaven." Y'all, you laughed more in the middle than the end. I thought the end was the funny part. But anyway, always remember God is great. And there is life after life. All right, so I'm exhausted, y'all, but it's just the nerves of the last 2 weeks. Anyway, all right, enough about me. So today is a reminder, simply a reminder. A lot of you are going to know this magic that we are capable of. We are all alchemists. Period. Amen. You're going to have a chemistry lesson today. So we are all capable of turning lead into gold, negativity into positivity, ill health into better health, empty pockets into full pockets. We're alchemists. We can change stuff. God said we could. We're created in the image of a creator. We can create, and we do create a lot and often. When I was in training for rapid eye technology, which is a form of stress release and trying to get your things, trying to heal issues, right? One of the trainers, she said, humans are mess-making machines. And we just walk around, and we're real good at making messes with other people, right? But we can clean up that mess, and that's the lesson you're going to get today, how to. Now, remember that love is the power of our unity teachings in April. This is the month of love. And love is the main ingredient that you will always need when you're being a chemist. Love is the one ingredient you have to have it all the time, okay? So we're going to mix and do stuff today and do it like that. All right, so you've got to have love in there always. Our founding mother of Unity Church was Myrtle Fillmore. Way back in the day, before medicine and medical stuff is what it is today. So way back when, in the old days of horse and buggies, Myrtle Fillmore, she healed herself of tuberculosis. She was given a death sentence in her mid-30s. She had a couple of kids, a husband, and she'd been wrestling with tuberculosis since a teenager, I think. Anyway, and it plagued her and it bugged her, and she was mad about it all the time, and she was blaming her body, and she was frustrated, and she was like, And then she heard a metaphysical speaker talk about the very power of us humans, to be alchemists, right? So Myrtle heard this talk, and then she went home and most of you know this story, but I'll just sum it up for those that don't. But she went home and she kind of told her husband and kids, leave me alone for a month. And I'm going in my office, and she shut the door and she started working with the affirmations. And the number one ingredient was love, of course. The second ingredient for her was forgiveness. She had to forgive her body for not being the way she wanted it. She had to ask her body for forgiveness. The forgiveness had to go both ways. She asked her body for forgiveness for talking so badly to it for so many years, criticizing it, complaining about it. So, and she did that, she did it. So I got a couple of talks rolled into one here, but it's all right. We can do it. Y'all are smart enough. I'm going to trust you're smart enough. You're going to get this. We're also going to talk a little bit about heroes, right? Because heroes are alchemists. They make a bad situation better. So, however, now I'm going to mess with you a little bit. I got to read you this little thing. Leonard Cohen said that his teacher told him once, the older you get, the lonelier you become, and the deeper the love you need. This is because as we go through life, we tend to over-identify with being the hero of our stories. This hero is not exactly having fun, right? As humans, we're not really having fun. He's getting kicked around, humiliated, disgraced. But if we can let go of identifying with him, we can find our rightful place in the universe and a love more satisfying than any we've ever known. People constantly throw around the term hero's journey without having any idea what it really means. Everyone from CEOs to wellness influencers think the hero's journey means facing your fears, slaying a dragon, gaining 25,000 followers on Instagram. But that's not the real hero's journey. In the real hero's journey, the dragon slays you. Much to your surprise, you couldn't make that marriage work. Much to your surprise, you turned 40 with no kids, no house, no prospects. Much to your surprise, the world didn't want the gifts you proudly offered it. If you are foolish, this is where you will abort one journey and start another and another, and fighting it and fighting what's happened, abusing your heart over and over for the brief illusion of winning. But if you are wise, you will let yourself be shattered and return to the village humbled, but with a newfound sense that you don't have to identify with the part of you that needs to win. The part of you that needs to be recognized, that the part of you that needs to know this is where your transcendent life begins. So embrace humility in everything. Life is not out to get you, nor are your struggles your fault. Every defeat is just an angel tugging at your sleeve, telling you you don't have to keep banging your head against the wall. Leave that striver there. That line cracked me up, because I really identify with the striver, trust me. Trapped in his lonely ambitions, just walk away, and life in its vastness will embrace you. And God, in her vastness, will embrace you. So Paul Winfield wrote that. He said Leonard Cohen's teacher told that to him, blah, blah, blah. That blew me away, and I have issues with it, trust me. You know, let me remind you, you take what you can use and you leave the rest behind. Personally, I grew up in the era of superheroes, and I wanted to be a hero, and yada, yada, and anyway. So I have a little issues with that talk, but it also hit me right between the eyes, and I went, oh my God. Let life kick you. So what? It's not the end, and I'll show you why in just a minute, right? It's not the end. And the beginning of any healing, by the way, the first step to heal anything is asking for help. And that's hard to do. When you're busy trying to be the hero of your own story, you don't want to ask for help. You want to do it your way, and don't bug me, and I got it. And, you even tell God, leave me alone, I got this. That's what he's talking about. That's why that hero journey is very lonely, because you got to do it yourself. Can't trust anybody, and even God you can't trust. So, anyway, now listen, another author put it a different way, which I also like. It's a little rough, but I think you can handle it. It's not too bad. Louise Erdrich said this in The Painted Drum, that book. And she says it similar to how that guy said it. She says it like this: life will break you. Nobody can protect you from that. And living alone won't either, for solitude will also break you with its yearning. You have to love. You have to feel. It's the reason you are here on earth. You are here to risk your heart. You are here to be swallowed up. And when it happens that you are broken or betrayed or left or hurt or death brushes near, let yourself sit by an apple tree and listen to the apples falling, all around you in heaps, wasting their sweetness, and tell yourself you tasted as many as you could. I like that. Let's keep it simple, John Lewis said, when he was doing a little talk, and he quoted what Leo Tolstoy wrote to Mahatma Gandhi way back when. And Tolstoy said, love is the only way to rescue humanity from all ills. So again, there's that magical ingredient. Anyway, it's not fighting and kicking butt and doing all that stuff I prefer to do first and ask questions later. But, so we live and learn. All right, we're going to get into my demo now. I think it's time for that. Lord knows I'm lost, and I've been lost for 2 weeks. I want to take these papers and go whoosh, 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 and walk out of here. Honestly, I would much rather get a root canal or wrestle an alligator than be up here, truth be told. So now I'm going to whip through this talk, and we're going to be done, all right? So one of the ways that we can transform energy, right? We can transform negative into positive. We have love as our ingredient and God, whoever that is for you, the energy of the universe. So I'm going to show you what God looks like, because I know some of you forget, and it's easy to forget. This is God, y'all. It's very simple. Those of us that are in 12-step programs, we call it step 3. Turn it over. Give it to God. God is your natural recycling center, your very own personal recycling center. God will take that pain and that anger and that, all of it, the hurt, you know, the things, everything you think is wrong, everything you're afraid of. I've been doing this all week, and I'm anyway, I've decided to interpret the nerves as maybe some God energy is around. Who knows? I'm just trying to shift it up, y'all. But before I get too far away from that, when I got here this morning, I'm like running around and I'm all panicky and yada yada. Luckily, I opened my folder to check, kind of line up some papers, only to find that I forgot my talk. It's at home. So I'm like, I gotta run home and get my talk. I'll be right back. Everybody's like, okay. And then I get home and I start gunning it, and my tank goes beep. I'm out of gas. And I'm like, no, not now. And I say, all right, that's it. But I had to go get gas. I wanted to get back to church. So I stopped. Anyway, it all worked out. It all worked out. I'm just saying, panic does not always help. But so anyway, I kept giving it to God and say, just get me to the church on time. And here I am. All right, so we have our recycling center, right? We have God. We're putting our negativity in there. I'm going to give you a minute to do that in just a minute. And I don't know if you can see this guy. This guy used to be my hero. I love this guy. And I still love him, I will tell you that. Can you see this from where you're sitting? Loved him, man. He was out loud and proud with his temper tantrums. When I say whoa, I mean whoa. And anyway, he always cracked me up. I always got a kick out of him. You know, because he could just be mad, say mad, da-da-da. I mean, when I grew up, you couldn't show you're mad. You better button it up. Hence, the issues come from that, right? We all have resentments. We still get mad every day. Listen, there's people on this earth that I'm like, what? You are, anyway, you know I get mad at some of these people on earth. So this is one of the tools we're going to use in just a minute. But before we get there, I want to read one more thing. Well, I'll just remind you of one more thing. It's in here. But when he was talking about, when John Lewis was talking about that love thing, so this is just little things I want you to remember when we're going to do our meditation, which is part of the exercise, okay? And then we'll be good to go. Promise you, I don't want to keep you here too long. So he goes on to say, anchor the eternity of love in your own soul and embed this planet with goodness. Lean toward the whispers of your own heart. Discover the universal truth and follow its dictates. Release the need to hate, to harbor division, and the enticement of revenge. That one gets me, you know. Release all bitterness. Hold only love, only peace in your heart, knowing that the battle of good to overcome evil is already won. At some place in God's world, that battle's won. I'm going to have a few words with God when I get on the other side. You just wait, y'all. Anyway, he goes on to say, choose confrontation wisely. But when it is your time to speak, don't be afraid. Speak, stand up against injustice. And if you follow the truth down the road, well, you will win in the end. How's that? And that is that. But I'm going to point out there's a beautiful book in the bookstore for sale today. I think there's 2 copies left. And it's called See No Stranger. Excuse me. And I love this book. It's like my new Bible. because she says Valerie Carr is the author of that book, and she's suffered lots of persecution. People she's loved has suffered lots of persecution. She's got a lot of good reasons for revenge. However, that's not the religion she was brought up in. She was brought up in a religion that says, this is a little prayer that they have. I'm not doing it in that language. And she's part of the Sikh religion, right? Their mantra, rather than going out and shooting you because you don't like what they said, their mantra is, you are a part of me I do not know yet. You are a part of me I do not know yet. And that's how they stay out of hatred. That's how they stay out of revenge thoughts. Anyway, and that like, whoa. And she also talks about wonder is where love begins. The failure to wonder is the beginning of violence. So we got to stay curious about one another and say, what part of me are you that I don't know yet? If I can stay curious about you, I don't have to hurt you. Right? So these are big things. Oh, and I got another saying that this will help you too. Life gets a lot easier when you accept the apology you never got. Yeah. So you can have that one. All right, let's get busy doing this. We're going to take a few minutes in the silence because, you know, the silence is busy. It's busy, it's powerful, it's strong, it's God, right? So take a few minutes in the silence to put everything you're worried about. Oh, by the way, I've already got the world in here. Mother Earth is in here, right? The state of the world is in here. And let me just remind you of one more thing, and then we'll do this, I promise. I had a little chat. You all remember Sam and Lucy, and you know Lucy, and she gave me permission. I can quote this. So Lucy has a book, and Lucy channels Mary Magdalene. And I happen to love that stuff. So anyway, I had a little visit with Mary Magdalene this week, and she said, look, the state of the world right now is kind of like this. Imagine me wringing out a rag. The energies of planet Earth right now, for many different reasons, I don't even know all the reasons, but we're going through this time period right here. Don't worry about it. I mean, if I could swear up here, I would. But I will tell you, yeah, the state of the world right now, it's enough to make you swear, among other things, right? Things are dire in different places on Earth. So we're in the squeeze. We're in the vice grip. We're like, ugh. But we don't have to be hopeless about it. Don't be hopeless about it. You are alchemists. You got the power. We all have the power. And if you think your consciousness doesn't help, then you've never been in bed with a mosquito. Right? That little thing has flung many a big human out of bed trying to whack that thing and kill that thing. And where is it? Because, you know, it's come at you 3 or 4 times. And you hear that buzz, and you hear that buzz, and you can't. And you're going like this, and you're like, that little tiny thing. So your little consciousness, as small as you think you might be, it's big. And your consciousness feeds the psychic soup, which surrounds Mother Earth and humanity, right? We're always downloading and inputting into that psychic soup. So don't poop in the den. Keep it clean up there, right? Let's put thoughts of God up there. Let's put thoughts of love up there. Feelings of love, feelings of joy and connection, laughter, all of it. Put that in the psychic soup, and you'll be helping the people who are really feeling this more than we are, right? You will help them. We can't give up on the state. And I'm going to shut up before I cry a little bit. All right, so get busy. Let's go in the silence. Put whatever you're fretting about in here. And put your love in here, because God will multiply the positives at the recycling center. Look what God did with your troubles. Right? Yeah. So, way back when, again, put this in here. And thank you for that. Planet Earth just got a really good healing. And we should open that door, let some of this love and joy. Well, we'll do that at the end, and I'm almost done. Promise you. So Einstein was asked when he was doing talks back in the day, do you believe in God? And he always said, well, I believe in the God of Spinoza. Spinoza was this Dutch philosopher. He was considered one of the great rationalists of all times. And I'm only doing a part of it because it's a little bit too long. But one of the things he said was, so Spinoza pretended to be, God would say, I want you to go out into the world and enjoy your life. I want you to sing, have fun, enjoy everything I've created for you. Because when you get here on the other side, when it's all said and done, I'm going to say, did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? What did you learn? And further on, he says, I'm bored with being praised. You don't need to praise me. What do you think I am, some kind of egomaniac, God? I'm tired of feeling thanked. You know, are you feeling grateful? Then prove it by taking care of yourself, your health, your relationships, and the world. Express your joy, and that's the way to praise me. So we're going to go out there and have some fun, whether you like it or not. Some of us have an aversion to fun. And if you grew up Catholic, I'll talk to you at the end, because I can relate. I think I'm done, y'all. All right. Where's that? Oh, here's that thing. But wait, are we doing that offering thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I have one more joke.
Oh.
At the offering.
So now is the time for embracing the principle of giving and receiving as a spiritual practice. So as the ushers come forward, you're invited to take your love offering in your hand or imagine it vibrationally if you've already given online or something like that.
Wait
and
a
then,
oh, I'm sorry.
come on up.
Come on up. We're going to bless the basket.
Yeah.
I'm going to just do my quick joke, and then Ann has the floor.
Okay.
All right, so as you heard, I grew up Catholic, and around this time in the Catholic service, they were talking Latin back then. And it sounded like, Dominic, go frisk 'em.
Dominic, go first.
So there's the blessing for the basket.
Okay. Can we do the other one too?
Yeah, let's do
this
unity.
blessing oh yeah, divine. Is it up there? Divine love. Go frisk 'em. No. Divine love expressed in me, through me, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Why have you come to earth? Do you remember? Why have you taken birth? Why have you come to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember? Why have we come to earth? Do taken birth. Why have we come? Want to sing with me? To love, serve and remember. 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 To love.
Thank you, Rebecca. That's beautiful. Let us now bless these offerings as we also give thanks for the continued growth and prosperity of our beautiful ministry. Hold these words in your heart as I read them. Unity of Gainesville, Florida is richly blessed and in the flow of universal abundance. We give thanks that just the right people with loving hearts and skills to help us grow are attracted to join us. We accept the good that enriches us and all with whom we have contact. We are prosperous, loving, and healthy, joyfully co-creating an abundant life. And so it is.
So it is. Amen.
Are we bringing in the kids?
Yes.
Okay, let's sing in the kids.
We got some little lights out there.
There's some kids out there.
This little light of mine. Wrong key. Little light of mine. I'm sorry, y'all. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
First of all, we have a lost and found item. Is this sock belong to anyone in here? She lost her sock. I didn't bring the computer in, the laptop in with Allie and Blake from Texas because it went off. I don't know what happened, but anyway, they were with us for a while. And we have our newest member with us, 7. Today we talked about our feelings and how our faces can show our feelings. And we had a story called Mean Soup. I know you've all heard about stone soup for Thanksgiving, but this is Mean Soup. And Horace came home after school. He had a very bad day. Zelda gave him a love note. The cow from Show and Tell stepped on his foot. And he didn't know the answer to question number 3. And then Mom had Miss Pearl come pick him up at school. And when she was driving home, she almost ran over 3 poodles. He had a terrible day. And he was so upset and angry. Show him you're angry. So they have made an angry face. And Mama says, I know just what to do. We'll make soup. So she went in and she got a big pot, filled it with water, put it on the stove, and it started to get hot. And when it got real hot, she threw some salt in it. Well, Horace thought, ugh, that's not going to be good. And then when it started to boil, Mama screamed at that soup. And she told Horace, come scream in the pot. And he did. And she made a face in the pot. And he came and made a face in the pot. And after they got through with the mean soup, Horace felt so much better. He let all of that upset out into that mean soup. So anytime you have a very bad day, just make some mean soup. And they made masks where they can, oh, yours fell apart, huh, Kenya? You can make it happy on one side and turn it around, and there's your mean, upset side.
Okay, if you feel like standing up, go ahead and do it. Let's rub our hands together, get some energy going. We're going to bless these children, but we're also blessing all the children that have ever come and are coming in the future, and all the children that live on the planet with us. So let's repeat this blessing. Children, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you, and we see the Christ presence within you. We love you. We love you. We really, really love you. Mwah! So let's make a circle around the room to sing our peace song.
Us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.